What's going on, guys? Today I'm just going to be showing you a video of a Greater Rift level 35 run, and I actually wanted to put this on top of the monk build that I had. It's the exact same setup, exact same build, gear, everything. Wanted to add kind of an overlay thing, that way you guys can see kind of how to play the monk build. Most of the builds and gear guides on YouTube or even just on the internet seem to tell you what to get, tell you, what you want, and then expect you to know how to play. And I think it's kind of cool to see how that gear works and kind of what you can expect, and then see what what the guide was talking about. You can see here, I'll just run through, and this pack I'm actually trying to get around. I don't like the effect of the boss or the affixes, so I'm trying to just get around them, but it's giving me a little trouble with all the ice blasts and everything else. So you can see that you'll EP a trash mob, and then you'll just start laying down the pillars. And a lot of the bigger mobs are easier to click with your EP, so sometimes you got to cast it twice. But you can kind of see how this works. You just teleport around, try and hit a smaller trash mob with that EP, and then just start laying down the pillars. And I mean, you guys can see the monk build, the gear, what skills I'm using, everything like that on the monk guide part. But this is still pretty cool. I mean, you can go through here and just see how fast this really clears greater rifts. And with the same gear, my highest is actually 36, and I think I can pass 37. I just haven't had a very good Rift Guardian at the end yet. But 37 I think would be pretty easy as well. Blows through all the trash and most of the elites, as long as you can get a big enough group. Because you'll see, like, I'll try and kind of run around them all and kind of get a bigger group before I start trying to kill them. Reason is, the more monsters you have, the more EPs are going to explode and the faster you're going to kill stuff, right? So we'll just kind of go, and if you get like 3 monsters at a time or something like that, you can see right here I'm trying to kind of group them all together. That way one blast kills everything. Well, that's basically the gameplay. It's kind of like a barbarian. Bigger groups are better. You can do a lot more damage. But once you get to the Rift Guardian, it's kind of, that's what takes you the most time, you know. Like the Greater Rift 36 that I passed, I had, I think, about 7 minutes left, 8 minutes left before, when the Rift Guardian spawned. And it took me almost that whole time to try and kill him, because it was Veracity, and his poison toxic cloud things are ridiculous as a melee character, because he'll just lay him down, lay him down, lay him down, and then pretty soon you have an entire screen, an entire map of just poison gas that you can't stand in to even get close enough to hit him. So, but with better boss and stuff like that, I really think 37 wouldn't be bad. Like I said, I had 8 minutes left, and I played pretty much the exact same way, exact same gear as what I showed you. So really easy, really good build. There is some other builds out there, and if I can get the gear for it, I'll show you those too. But they're I think the next step up, really. They're pretty good for a little bit higher greater rifts, and I think that you can push a little bit harder. And I think even with this build, if I had a Unity, Greater Rift 40s would be pretty simple. It's just that without that Unity, you're just a little bit squishy on these once you start getting up into the higher 30s, But still pretty strong. I mean, you guys can see we're just blowing right through this stuff. And then you can also see, like, the tactics, basically. If you run into an elite or whatever that has affixes that you don't like, in my case, and for most monks, it's lightning. Lightning is awful, and like, Jeller is not that bad, because if you're using the Quicksilver, you have 3 charges of Dashing Strike, so you can just Dashing Strike right out of the Waller effect. It's not that bad. But the lightning really sucks, and this boss right here is okay because he's kind of easy to dodge. You can see I died like 1 or 2 times or something, but he's not too bad. He's not too bad. Also, a cool trick with this boss, if you're running solo, you have your air spirits, and you also have your Templar or whatever follower you're planning on using. If you stand behind them, those bolts will hit the Templar or the air dudes, and will not hit you at all. So you can see, like, I'll try and run around and then kind of teleport behind the Templar when I know he's going to shoot him. You can see I just stand right behind him. Now when those bolts come out, they hit the Templar, which has the cannot die relic. So it blasts him, and you can just stand still and basically cast more of the pillars here. So anyways, I hope you guys found this useful, kind of entertaining, something a little bit different. I didn't want to do a guide or anything, I just wanted to show you the gameplay. And if you did, please like and subscribe. Catch you guys later.